So, what is it about silence that attracts us so much? We all crave silence at some point. We tend not to. We tend not to get it very often, and our lives tend to be these tumultuous sort of like you never, even when it's quiet, it's not quiet in here. And when I play a crystal bowl, it creates the same sort of internal environment that this external environment is doing right now. And really being completely silent is something that we crave. And it's actually the essence of, people talk about it being the essence of the seventh chakra. And it is, it is the, silence is the all things to all people. But it's more importantly for almost everyone, silence is real power. It's when we move. The first chakra is where we're in total survival, and we're trying to get this, and we have to have that, and we have to have a house or a family or a all of these structures that make us real in the world, give us our physical purpose in the world. And then once we have our survival needs met, then we strive for more. We strive to get pleasure. We strive in the second chakra. We're striving to fulfill ourselves at a higher level than just survival. And at that point, that's the point where we start having these moments, these epiphanies. We take a yoga class, we do some healing work. We find that somewhere inside of us is this quietness, this silence, this sort of like, oh, there's more. There's something inside of me that's an intangible, that's infinitely more than anything, even in the most beautiful places in the world, even the most wonderful things that you could possibly do or be, right? There's something inside of you that's in there, and it doesn't say a word. It doesn't speak English. It's never gonna tweet anything out to anybody. It's never gonna do a Facebook Live. It's just this quiet place within us. And that place is actually, a lot of people think about it as being the seventh chakra, the totally connection to spirit, but it's really not. It's the third chakra. The third chakra is known as the action center, right? It's like how we can take action. And the ability to take action is the third chakra. And be ourselves, and this action of being who we are, this universal sort of me-ness. It's like me, it's me, it's me. And that's the third chakra. But the piece that you need to be you is incredibly quiet. And so, for instance, the samurai warriors were highly, highly trained third chakra masters. And when you master the third chakra, your power comes from the inner peace within you. And when you reach the third chakra, which very few people ever do, as far as their spiritual development, you literally can no longer get hooked by anything happening in the world, because you've gone from survival, where you're totally hooked by everything in the world in the first chakra, to striving for independence and getting your own world and your own self. And then you finally reach that in the third chakra, where you are completely separate. You don't have the same religion as any other human being. You don't have the same culture. It's like you're no longer an American. You're no longer Japanese. You're no longer Spanish. You're no longer Brazilian. You are no longer attached to anything. And that piece of not being pulled in any direction is real power, because in that moment you can share your unique gift, not based on anything external to you ever again. And so that's a tough place to be, because, when you watch the news, and as crazy as the news is and how embarrassing the news is lately, you can't help but get pulled by that. And that's a sign that you're still in the second chakra, striving for inner peace. A person who's actually achieved inner peace, like a samurai warrior, is no longer afraid of death. And when you're no longer afraid of death, that means you're no longer afraid of living. and our fear that we aren't getting it quite right, or we aren't doing it quite right, or we aren't doing this. This is really the goal of what I teach at the Reese Thomas Institute. The goal is to recognize that most people, or everybody that tends to come to me in the school, are really striving for more of this inner peace, more of this inner power, the real power within you, to be able to choose your life right now without constantly being controlled by the environment, or what you've already done, or your history, or time. It's just like, if time didn't exist and money didn't exist, what would you be doing in your life? And no jobs existed, and you could choose anybody you wanted to be with. Well, a person who's reached that inner peace, that quietness, can really come and literally emerge and create in this moment a brand new world, even surrounded by the exact same people. Each moment it serves you, and it has to come from that inner quiet. So one more little piece of inner quiet here. This is where I go to get inner quiet out there. This and this is where I go to get inner quiet in here. Learning how to do that is a very powerful, powerful practice.